This is Margaret Schlachter with Mud Run Guide. I am here with Robert Killian Jr., who is a captain, Green Beret in the National Guard. He is the Spartan World Champion right now, pretty much crushing it on the obstacle racing scene this year. And he's here on Mud Run Guide to share a special announcement. So, Robert, first, thanks for being here.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to let me answer a few questions and share some exciting news that I have.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have you wait to share your big announcement for just a few minutes. And first, for those that maybe don't know you that well, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your competitive background and obstacle racing background and all that?
Yeah, I'll give you a quick rundown. So, as you guys know, I'm in the military. So I've been active duty for about 12 years now. So active federal service. I transferred into the National Guard. Over in 2009, moved up here to Colorado and started out doing some Ironman triathlons right before I transitioned out of the military. Was fortunate enough to go to Kona and represent the Army. I won the military category. Started getting into Best Ranger competition, which is a ridiculous 72-hour military endurance event, that pits, the top Rangers, 1% of the military against each other. Through that program, I got to know Colonel Collins, who is the current OCR All Army Sports coach. So he called me up. He's like, hey, you've done marathon for me, you've done triathlon, you've done orienteering. You want to try this obstacle course racing? And I'm like, sure. I don't know what it is. Biathlon season's coming up. I'll, hit that. And then we can, or right before I get into biathlon season, hey, why not try something to kind of set myself up for getting on my skis. So, yeah, he called me up. I didn't want to show up, in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, without having done a race. So I showed up in Breckenridge and got destroyed last year during the Beast. I couldn't walk for about a week almost downstairs. It was just my quads were on fire. So, yeah, I developed a pretty good plan to kind of combat that and encompass everything that I've done to really focus because I immediately fell in love with it. And I really wanted to do well, facing all the other elites, qualify for Worlds, and have a good showing at the championships. So, yeah, that's kind of where I made my big debut and shock the OCR community, and hoping to come back and repeat this year.
Yeah, I think we all were like, who is this guy? And then quickly I got a couple messages from some people that are also have some military backgrounds. They're like, it's no surprise. We've known this guy. He's pretty good athlete. But
it was awesome, and it's kind of a weird experience too because I never had social media. So right after Worlds, they're like, hey, you need a Facebook, you need Instagram, and I'm like, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. But it's just really been overwhelming the past year to kind of see all the people who are really supportive and that I've inspired that I had no idea about, and it's it just really drives me to push and to want to compete even more and just keep sharing whatever knowledge that I have, and that's again what's kind of inspiring this big announcement we have to make today.
Yeah. One last question before we get into the announcement is you talked about how you were destroyed in Breckenridge and then you came back and you won the World Championships. So that requires an awful lot of training. So the military probably set you up for some good training, but what made it so different?
I think, it was a good transition coming from doing obstacles and doing, military type training, because it really does correlate into obstacle course racing. I mean, we're doing a lot of the same workouts that you need to go over obstacles, to lift heavy things, to carry heavy things. And one of the things I just had to kind of adjust and change really was, hitting the mountains, a lot of uphill climbing, and even descending. A lot of people are like, oh, you just have free gravity, but it really takes a lot of technique and skill to kind of develop that and that endurance. I mean, especially to go for that long of a period on an unknown course. You're not like on a track, just running circles or on a road race. There's a lot of variables to it. So it's kind of, your ability to have that mental toughness and grit that I really think the military instills in its soldiers, and also that, special forces Green Beret twist of being able to think outside the box and like really rapidly on your feet. When you would approach something, I can, I don't know, I just rapidly, okay, how do I negotiate this obstacle in the fastest time possible? And it's kind of like, just that skill set, that mind frame. It kind of helped me make that seamless transition, and I was able to pull off a miracle pretty much.
Well, let's get to your big announcement, because I feel like we've kind of teased up to it, sharing knowledge, training. So you are about to share your training with a few more people, correct?
Yeah. So for the first time, I'm going to be, diving into the coaching part of, OCR. I'm going through my SGX certification right now, but I mean, that's just to get more specific for Spartan and for, training on specific obstacles. But I've got an amazing program that I put together. Specifically right now, I've designed it right where I was at last year. Like, okay, I got 4 or 5 weeks. I'm going into Tahoe. I've had a good base. But what do I do to specifically get ready for, World Championships? So right now it's just called, your peak performance for either Spartan Race World Championships or OCR, or if you want to do both. And what I've really done is tailored, what I did each week before. I'm hitting major topics too, so I'll be available to talk to, through leaderboardfit.com. They have an amazing social experience. So you're kind of like, you have a little chat room. If you have questions about the workouts, you'll see your workouts daily. So I've programmed, every single workout, laid it out, exactly what you do. Questions, you can hit me up. You'll get a one-on-one, kind of like we're doing now, video experience with me on Fridays. And then throughout the week, messaging with any questions and concerns. And then the cool thing is each week we'll have big topics that we'll discuss too, like nutrition, technique, tapering, traveling, what you do the week before the race, like those little tidbits of information that I've gained, through experience that I really think will benefit. And so you can get signed up right now. You can go to the registration page at leaderboardfit.com. We're going to start off on September 5th is my first, week of training. I'll put everyone through a quick, pretty much assessment workout so I can see where your thresholds are, where your heart rate is at, and I really get specific about the way I train. And I'm really excited. And it doesn't stop here. This is kind of like a little trial. I'm going to be coaching for next season. So if you like what you get in this 1 month period, I definitely want to try to take on 20 to 25 athletes and really get them through an entire season. And I think that's the goal. And I'm super excited about it, and I'm pumped. The whole team over at Leaderboard is backing me, and I think Bradkin, has a great program that he's already proven to the Apex athletes over there, and I'm really, ready to kind of jump on board and help them and start my program as well.
Well, this is exciting. I mean, people are basically going to have the opportunity to be basically one-on-one with you, which is something that most people don't get to do unless maybe they're in Colorado or something. But you're offering almost a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially for those that are trying to break into the next level, it sounds like. Or are you focused towards everybody from your open athlete, or are you gearing this more towards the competitive athlete?
Yeah, so I think especially for world champs, we're going for those competitive, maybe top 10% in your age group, really looking to take that next step, or you just don't know what to do. You really have invested this entire year of your training, and you don't want to throw it away in the last 4 or 5 weeks that are the most crucial. You could work out too much. You could work out not enough. You really need a little bit of guidance and I think motivation. And that's what's cool about Leaderboard too. You have a community. So, if one person posts a question or, I'm giving some guidance, the whole group benefits from it. So there's a lot of, camaraderie that, it's just not me, like an individual impersonal. It's a whole group of people really trying to work together and, achieve those goals. And there will be, it's open for women, guys, and I'll be able to tailor it like you were saying to whatever athletes, sign up. That's what's cool about the interactive portion is we can just ask questions and get it done. And I've really worked on a lot on this program, and I'm excited about it. Not only because I think it works for me, but I just want to see, what others can benefit and get some feedback because no one's ever seen it before. So it's cool to hopefully get some feedback and knock this thing out the park.
Yeah, this sounds like a great opportunity for those that are looking to sort of jump to the next level for Spartan World Championships, and then even maybe for the age groupers that are trying to reach that podium possibly at OCR World Championships. You'll be able to maybe get them on the podium even this year.
Absolutely, for sure. Let's do it. I mean, definitely a little bit longer course oriented, my program is, but I've been able to scale it back and tailor to short course too. I mean, I've done, really well this season as far as the sprints, the supers and the beasts, and they're all part of my programming. I was able to, the only guy in the series to actually finish in the top three in every single race. And I think that's just a testament to my program for recovery, for, specific distances. I mean, the whole program just really ties it together, and I'm excited to see what it'll do for everyone.
Well, great. What's that website again that people can find it at so that they know where to go?
Leaderboardfit.com/register, and it's got a whole bio on exactly what you're going to get. So it'll just break it down into every little detail. You fill out your information, what your goals are, we'll go over them, and we'll make sure that you're the right type of athlete that's going to be the most beneficial for this program. And then again, you like what you see, you like what you get. Hopefully next year you'll stay on and we can do this for a whole season and see what happens.
Well, excellent. Robert, thanks so much. Thanks for coming to Mud Run Guide and breaking this news. I'm really excited. I know the rest of the community will probably be really excited too. So
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see you guys in Breckenridge, and thank you for all the support through the U.S. National Championship Series, and look forward to working with whoever signs up. So hit it up. Go to the website. Thanks.